Hello again, and welcome to the World of Book Reviews. I am here with Mr. Jack Roth. Welcome again.
Thank you.
And Jack is the author of this wonderful book, 27 Seconds. This is a sort of a self-help book, but it's kind of a help everybody else book, too. I'm going to have Jack tell you a little bit more about the book, but I particularly liked the intro in your book where it was the dedication, where you dedicated the book. Now, who did you dedicate this book to?
Well, I'm dedicating it to everyone, actually, and I want to help change the world one person at a time.
I loved how you said that.
Yeah,
I dedicate this to individuals who desire to join me in making a positive change in the world, one student at a time, one family at a time, one school at a time, one community at a time, and then one nation at a time. Whoa, gave me chills just to read it.
Gave me chills to write it.
Did it?
But you know what? I actually believe it, too.
I would believe
and
you
I do
believe
want
it.
to make that difference.
Because I've only known you for a couple of years, but what I do know about you, I know you've been making a big difference in a lot of people's lives. Jack also has a nonprofit foundation entitled, I believe it's called the School of Life.
Correct.
And it's incredible what he does with that. But tell us about the book first, and then we'll talk about the School of Life again.
All right. Well, 27 Seconds as a tagline, discovering your life-changing moments. And my life-changing moment, or one of them, we have several, or we can have several, happened at the University of Notre Dame just a few years ago. And I found myself getting ready to walk across the stage in the basketball arena on graduation day. Was going to get my diploma, which I did in nonprofit administration. Looked up on the Jumbotron on the top of the stadium there, and
there's a picture here.
That's the picture.
You're looking up, yeah.
That's me
right on
looking
the front
up.
Of the book.
And I just had this feeling, Judy, that this walk across the stage is going to change my life. And I walked across, I got my diploma. It took 27 seconds to do it, and it did change my life. It helped my wife and I with our nonprofit foundation to where we've grown it from one school at that time to 20 schools now and many more schools. We literally want to get in schools across the world at some point and help as many struggling kids in school as we can. And so that was the inspiration behind it.
Well, it's an incredible inspiration.
Thank you.
I'm just, I really loved the book. I really enjoyed it. And I like particularly the journal in the back of it. And you said when we're kind of looking for our 27 seconds, because sometimes some of us would like our lives to change, but we don't know how to do that. You said journaling would help. How does journaling help me do that?
A couple of ways. One, when we write things down, we put a little more thought into it. And along with that, we have to think to write something down. And so we begin with that journaling in the book of asking people to think about times in their life when they've felt powerful inspiration. And we all have those times, but we need to sit down and reflect upon it. And if we know we're going to journal it, then that causes us to really dig deep and find that. And that's the beginning of the path and the steps for individuals to find their own 27 seconds.
And do you find that sometimes when you journal, it's like your pen takes off and starts writing things that you didn't even realize that you knew?
I've found that on several occasions. It doesn't always happen, but it can, and it can really take off. And you're right, you become amazed as that happens.
Yeah, sometimes when I journal, I find that I start writing, and then I'm writing, and then I think, wow, I didn't even know that I had thought that. But I did think
Yes.
that. And sometimes I wonder, is there someone else channeling through me or something? I'm not a believer in channeling, but boy, it's scary sometimes when you're writing and you just keep writing and all of a sudden it's just wonderful.
Yeah, it is. And I personally believe a lot of that inspiration is divinely led. And that's powerful.
It is. It's very,
It's
very
powerful.
powerful. What would be the second step I would take?
Well,
Put you on the spot,
you
didn't I?
did, but let me share it with you. So after you've written down these inspirational moments, then I want you to journal and start to pull out of that talents and skills that you identified? Because usually when we're inspired, we're using those talents and skills that we've been given in life, but we don't always recognize what those are.
Right.
And so we identify the inspirational moment, then we write down what the skills and the talents were at that time that we were using. And then we start to realize that we have a dream, or maybe dreams in life. And I don't mean the we're falling asleep kind of dream,
I know.
but the dream that we have a vision of what we're here to do on earth, and it's different for every single individual. And finding your 27 seconds is a lot about finding what your
Purpose.
is.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
a lot about finding your purpose.
Yeah.
I believe in that, and I think every single one of us is here for a reason. There's a purpose for us, and we do need to find what it is.
Yeah, I agree with that. So the next couple of steps along with that, Judy, is then we start to mark down what challenges are getting in our way, so that we can work through those challenges and actually find out that challenges aren't problems, they're opportunities.
It
And-
can be.
If we make that flip,
Yes,
they really
yes.
can be. And when you find that switch and find that these challenges are opportunities, it starts to really pull this all together. But ultimately, when we find it, our purpose, Judy, I believe that then it's to be used to help the lives of other people. And as we help the lives of other people, our own life, everybody else's life is lifted up. It makes the world a better place. And so when I say life-changing moments, your life-changing moment can be life-changing for many people.
Exactly.
It's not just yourself.
I believe that. I believe that. I've had a life-changing moment just this week.
Well, wonderful. Do we get to hear about yours?
Well, I'll just tell you.
All right.
You know, when I got cancer, I started painting, and I just did it to have for therapy. And this week I got offered a contract from one of the largest art reproducers and distributors in the country.
Wow.
So that's my 27 seconds this week.
I love it. And next week we'll get another 27 seconds.
I
right?
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. But,
So you recognized your skill and your talent, and
but you know,
you know
what?
what?
I wouldn't have recognized it if I hadn't had the challenge.
exactly, that challenge pulls it out in you.
If I hadn't had cancer, I wouldn't have gone there because the doctor sent me to have art lessons. He said it'll help you meditate. And
Well, and that moment of getting the contract was 27 seconds, but you had years and
About
sweat and
7
tears
years.
and everything else
to
that
bring
led
it
up
to that. Yeah,
Mhm.
about
Yeah.
7 years of that. Jack, it's been an absolute pleasure having you as a guest this evening. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
me. And I'd like to thank our sponsors again, SkyVistaConsulting.com, BE36Photography.com, SkinFitnessLV.com, and a special thank you to my producer and director, Amy Kadashian. And please go to AKTelevision.com. It's AKExpertTV.com. I said that wrong. Let me say it again. It's AKExpertTV.com, and you can see any of the segments of this show or any of Amy's other shows that she produces at any time, 24/7. So thank you for joining us tonight. We look forward to seeing you again next month.